Okay, cool. Uh, oh yeah, yo, it's good. Hope you guys are doing good. So right now I'm gonna react to the Tates. Uh, if you don't know who Tristan and Andrew Tate are by now, man, where have you been? Where are you living under a rock or what? You know what I'm saying? So basically, these dudes are top G's. They fucking rich. They do whatever they want, and they've been doing whatever they want for like years and years. But now they just started doing it on the internet, and this nigga Andrew started like talking real shit. Like I agree with a lot of what he says. You know what I'm saying? I think he might be a bit like he might say things for a lot of shock value, but that stuff is pretty much true. You know what I'm saying? He's just putting it in a way that doesn't sound nice to your ears, type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's for good, man. He's on the right uh on the right side. You know, uh, not in terms of being uh conservative or liberal, but he's on the right side. So yeah, so now he's arrested apparently for human trafficking and money laundering. I don't believe the human trafficking, but I mean, he's a rich ass nigga. He's a rich ass dude. So money laundering is probably also like spot on. So I was reacting to, I was watching Aberrant preach, and man, I don't lie, man. It's not looking good for the boys, man. It's not looking good for Mr. Tate. Him and his brother are arrested for money laundering and shit like that. If you don't know, these dudes have like a shit ton of cars, bro. Like 29 cars, I think. They live in a huge mansion and shit like that. Like they live GTA in real life. You know, that's just what they are. So they got arrested for that shit, and now apparently this is the evidence that is coming out. I don't know if it's how true it is or not, but let's just see what's happening. Let's see what's happening.
You're not stupid, and he's talking to one of the victims. You're not stupid, and you can probably guess how I make so much money. I have to hide what I'm really doing. And the victim says, webcam? And he says, I've been doing this for a long time with a team of girls working on video chat. The company was fake, but this is how I laundered my dirty money. Some of the girls who worked for me, I use them to do other things. To move money or illegal things, documents. And I will never do that with you. If you aren't aware, he's in prison in Romania. Some people say he's innocent, other people say he's guilty. And you guys remember us who said, wait till the evidence comes out and we'll find out. Well, a lot of evidence has been coming out. That prosecutor's office in Romania has been leaking a lot. And
how can you be a prosecutor's office and leaking that much?
let's always do it. They do it on purpose.
Yeah?
Yeah, they leak what they want to the press. You have to understand,
It's a whole game.
winning a case for them is not just winning a case. There's a lot of ego involved. These people want to win these big cases.
But they got,
When the FBI says it's got a, 96, 98 conviction rate, the reason why is because they like that shit on their resume. They take on cases they know they're going to win, and they only put forth the case when they know they're going to win.
Yeah.
And so this thing right here, have you seen what they leaked?
No, I haven't seen what they leaked.
Listen, they didn't prosecute Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate prosecuted Andrew Tate. My homie was self-snitching.
Oh, that bad.
Watch the tape.
So basically,
Watch the tape.
Trafficking, we have three things: force, fraud.
I'm the cat. Stop self snitching. Stop self snitching, bro.
Or coercion. Force, obviously, that's like being in chains and not being allowed to leave. Fraud, being kept there under false pretenses. If there's an element of fraud in the way that you are enticing somebody or keeping somebody in a particular position to work for you, and if it's in the sex business, That's sex trafficking or coercion. Let's kind of look at one of his very first videos that he did. These are his words, not my words.
When you say webcam company, people assume, oh, it's just a sex fest. But in reality, it's a shitload of people management. The HR category of the webcam business is the largest and most important thing. You're effectively taking girls, teaching them how to make unlimited money from home, and then making sure they give it all to you. Your goal is to inspire a girl to make money. So the way you're going to do that is you have to have some element of influence, and you're going to have that element of influence through her respecting you, looking up to you, and her believing she needs you. And this is extremely important, because at the beginning she will need you, but then she won't need you. But you have to keep that fallacy, keep that dream alive.
Fallacy, that's his word. And what is fallacy? Fraud.
That's the thing. That's
Nah, straight up. My man's straight pimping. He's pimping for real, bro. It's probably how he knows, like, so much. You know, there's, like, street smarts and there's, like, book smarts, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of has a balance of both. He's very intelligent and he knows, like, yo, this is how you maneuver. This is how you know, maneuver hands. This is how you maneuver business moves. This is how you maneuver this. This is how you maneuver this. I feel like you learn all of that in pimping. And as a nigga, you don't really have to be pimping like this. Like, just have like a bunch of hoes around you, man. You pimping, dog. You fucking pimping, dog.
exactly what a pimp does.
Some street pimps, I've known them for a long time. Straight street pimping is completely... In fact, no, it's not completely again. The psychological aspect is the same. She can't do this without you, to ensure that she doesn't do it without you. In the beginning she can, but there'll become a point she can't. But you being here, it synergizes this teamwork energy. We're going to do this together. Yeah, you go on the camera. Don't worry, I'll talk to the guys. I'm going to talk to them. We're a team. Happy, positive teamwork. There's no negative energy in this business.
You imagine you talking to this hot blonde girl and you webcam with her and you sending her messages and you find out it's actually just a bald-headed top G on the other side. You thought you were talking to her. Turned out it's a nigga obsessed with Bugatti. That's why. I'm sorry.
Yo.
The reason why I'm at
Shit.
this space is because the amount, I didn't realize how much foot and mouth could contain.
Oh, he's fucking up. They got all the receipts on this guy. And it gets worse.
You have to be positive. So by you typing
Join the stream.
that's much money, and also she believes she needs you, which is extremely important. Another reason to use Chatbait is because they will pay you in Bitcoin, and this is amazing because you've all seen the thought audit shit that's going on. You've all seen the fucking legalities of banking. Trying to get money out of these sites into your bank without paying a shitload of tax is actually very difficult.
See, it's that whole avoiding taxes. And it's not legal to do that.
So in the last 6 months, Chatbait have released a bit.
Bro, but honestly, fuck taxes, dude. It shouldn't be legal for them to take taxes, you know what I'm saying? How are you helping your country economically? Like, you literally increasing the GDP rate, but you get charged the most. Like, I understand you have the most money, but like, yo, dude, it's just not fair. And what do they do with that money? Nothing. Nothing, bro. They buy fucking yachts. Fucking on our fucking classmates and shit. Fuck these people, bro. It's money, but like, yo, it's just not fair.
You're not going to pay anybody tax because you're getting paid in Bitcoin. So you don't need to pay tax to anybody. Tell your girl that you're paying the tax. Because girls are lazy, and girls are stupid, and girls don't understand how taxes work. So the girl's working with you, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, we make this much money, but I'm going to pay the tax to make sure we don't get in trouble. She'll sit there and go, okay. Now that allows you to do two things. One, it's another control element. If I work with him, my tax is not a problem. If I do it alone, I have to deal with taxes. Taxes are complicated. It allows you to pay her a smaller percentage. So I used to pay my girls 13%. So for every $10,000 they made, I give them 3, and I keep 7. They thought they were on 50%. And I said that the disparity is because of taxes. So you're on 50%, you have to pay the tax first, and then it's 50-50. So really you're paying 30, you tell them you're paying 50, difference is in the tax. That's where the disparity lies, taxes. If they don't believe you or they want to get fresh or whatever, print out some tax forms. I do this all the time. I just print out some random tax forms and say, yeah, sign here, sign this. What is it? It's for the tax. You want to pay the tax or not? Okay, and they just sign away. They don't know what the fucking signing. That's their life. They think something's happening. Something real's happening. Nothing's happening, so you get ready to change.
So we started. All right, he's already admitted to tax evasion and fraud.
I mean, it's not a mission.
This is a course he's running. He's teaching people.
That's what he's teaching. He doesn't mean he's doing that now. I'm just playing devil's.
That is low-key fucked up, I won't lie. That's just not it, bro. I don't know if it's true, but that's just, why would you do that, dude? Like, I understand you gotta get up, but like, shit, dog. Like, yeah, that's just fucked up.
Very hard job. I'm not.
So
Hey.
he said that's what he was doing with this girl. That's what he said he was doing.
Yeah.
The women saying he did this to us.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I don't know which one said that specifically. I feel like that's cap. But, yeah, I don't know.
What, you think they're going to look at the bank records and see that the money, he was paying them 50-50? What you think? Let's be honest. If someone admits to what they're doing, just believe them.
But to his defense, I got nothing.
Guys, he's self-snitching.
So what you're telling me is that they got him on frauding the girls and defrauding the government. Is that what you're saying?
I just want
Imagine AI.
Man, Top G took a top L, bro. Like, yeah, you did what you rapper basically does, dog. Self-snitch.
here. We're not even going to the human track. This right there. This man was stealing from the people that were working for him.
Right there.
He didn't even care. He said, I'm getting rich, bitch. Fuck you. He didn't care. He was stealing from the... If that's your job, how would you feel about that? Would you not want this person charged for that crime? Listen, if my employer was $1 an hour for me, I'd be pissed. Thousands every single month?
Something real's happening. Nothing's happening, so you get ready to change. You have girls. You cannot do a business relationship with a female, and I'll tell you why. Women have sex with somebody. If not fucking you, with somebody else. And that other person she's fucking is going to have the control over her mind, as opposed to you. And if he controls her mind and you don't control her mind, once she starts to pick it up a bit, after a few weeks, a few months, whatever, and realizes how to make money on her own, or she's going to run off and pay her boyfriend, or them two are going to go traveling in Southeast Asia, she's going to work as she goes, or she's going to go to her boyfriend and say, look, fuck it, you type thing. Oh yeah, girl is working, I have to do some traveling, and you can't come, I want to bring you with me. Traveling is a great one, because the thing about this business is mobile. If you can find a good Airbnb with good internet, you can run it somewhere else. So it's a good little caveat to throw in. You're always working, why don't you work for basically spend more time together? What if you doing what? So a lot of webcam business. Oh, I don't want to do that. So okay, I know you don't want to do that, but listen. Call me, let's have a meeting. Let's just talk about it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Fine. But let me explain it to you properly. In fact, I'll bring one of the girls who works for me. You, your bottom, a new girl, go out for fucking a nice dinner. She's not doing the selling. You don't do the selling. The girl has to hear from a girl. And this is where your bottom just be trained. That's why I said it's so important to have the first girl.
Remember Glenn Maxwell? That was the girl that for almost identical to what he's talking about here.
You guys remember? So this is why this is important. This picture right here.
I think almost identical is a bit extreme. Come on.
Basically, he has a woman.
But okay, almost identical to Epstein. Yo, bro, come on, bro. Come on. Nah, that's just not cool, dude. I don't think that's true, bro. You see, okay, these girls, according to this, apparently they didn't understand what was going on, but I just don't think that makes sense. Like, obviously you know what you're doing type of thing, you know what I'm saying? They knew they were getting into the webcam business. I doubt these niggas forced them to do that shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure once these girls saw, yo, fuck, you can make so much money from this shit, they decided to stick with the bruise, dog, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's like Epstein. Dude, Epstein, oh, nah, that's just fucked up, dude. To compare that to very similar, nah, that's a stretch.
Okay? Before a police officer in Romania, she's the one who does the recruiting and managing of women. Why? Because women are much more likely to be roped into these kinds of things if they're hearing it from another woman. So when he sets up his organization, right, because they're accusing him of running a criminal organization. he has the woman who he calls his bondage, right? To recruit the other women. Okay. Now, there's some transcripts because they did some wiretaps. They seize their phone. They seize all their technology. So there's some conversations that they're using now. I want you to also know the context of the country's in. Andrew Tate is a foreigner living in Romania as a rich person.
Trying to fucking steal from the government?
And he's also spoken about the reason why he left the UK to go to Romania is because, you know what I mean, laws are a little bit lax. They're not like, it's not as repressive. So this is how he talks about Romania and going to jail there, okay? This is pulled from his PC, and then it was leaked to the press, okay? So this is something that they got.
Romanian courts, oh no, not court in Romania, dude. They're corruption free, as we all know. I'm gonna walk in there with a pile of money like this. This sells mine. I'm ready, put me there. I don't know what. Take the court. Get me out of jail. The law says you're guilty. I said get me out of jail. I'm going to see a lawyer to talk about the law. I have committed multiple felonies. How much does it cost to make this all go away? Also, when you're real G's that you're here, you're there, or everywhere. You go to Poland, you got to Warsaw.
Yo, this thing is bad, bro. It's like I'm committed. Yo, G.
Miami, anyone who wants to take confidential notes, I'm all over the place. So I end up with all these chicks just stuck in their house, sitting there, bored, completely in love with me. And of course, they don't go out. They're not allowed out. You stay in the house. You don't go nowhere. You're not, no restaurants, no clubs, nothing.
But here's even the kicker. Looking at private videos that are part of the police file, from the following passages from the context of this content, there is no doubt a deep lack of respect for the legal norms and a total indifference to the social protected values that the defendant gives proof of. Also, the attitude of disregard towards women in general, which he perceives only as a means of getting his content released. In other words, making money. The judge cannot agree with the support of the defense in the sense that the video contents presents only one character and cannot be taken into account since the defendant exhibits the same attitude in the relations with the injured persons and is evident from the content of the conversations that are in these criminal prosecution files.
Basically, the judge's like, nah, the way you act in real life is how you're talking about these videos. So I'm not going to not use them as evidence. I cannot use them as evidence because they match. Let's get to the transcripts. Because people are saying...
Wait, you got more?
When I say, listen, and just a pro tip, if you're a criminal watching, do not use WhatsApp, okay? Do not use WhatsApp to do any of your criminal activity. They keep a record. They're all records, they're all logs. It's easily traceable.
Bro, I'm going to tell you this. Don't use your phone. Do not use your phone. I'm talking about, I've had friends that were in instances where they crossed the borders and they have certain software that can tap in your phone and get the deleted items. You can always go get the deleted items. So that's the reason why they have burner phones. Don't use your phone. Actually, you have to use a phone, crack it, and keep on going. You know those flip phones? That's pretty much what you would have to use.
All right. So,
yeah, I digress.
So these are leaked transcripts from the stenographer either in the court case or leaked from the prosecutor's office. The reason why they're doing this is they like the media attention being involved in this. Prosecutor may probably have some ego involved, and he wants to, I know I'm going to be the person who takes down Andrew Tate. And listen, it only matters if he's got evidence to back it up, and he's done some digging. And it seems that during their 8 months of searching and their raids on the compound, they found quite a lot.
Oh my God.
Okay, so this is how Andrew Tate apparently manipulates one of the victims to fly to Romania by promising marriage. Then discusses said victim as a commodity to be used for making money. Andrew Tate says, you have to understand once you're mine, you might be mine forever. A woman never leaves her man, and I'll be the last man in your life. What do we do if we fall in love and I kidnap you to bring you to Bucharest? Another girl replies, I don't think it's kidnapping if I want to come.
You see? You see? You see? Like, to compare this to Epstein? Nah, bruh. Nah, Fugazi. That's just fucking Fugazi, bro.
First, I can see in your eyes that you will never be able to live without me, and then I can trust you to show you everything. Bring a ring when you come. This is what the girl said. He says, can you be loving enough to be a wife? To always be on my side wherever I go? To talk to zero men besides me? You have to move to Romania with me to keep an eye on you. You're mine. Don't ever forget that. And she says, but can I trust you? He says, yes, you can. We'll meet in Romania, and I want to know you're committed and serious about marriage. Yes, I'm serious. And when she gets there, he's like, well, we're not getting married. I want to turn you into a camera girl. Okay. So they're basically establishing that the way that he's getting these people involved in the whole business is through fraud. And if you remember what the guy said earlier, some of the criteria that
okay.
have to be met. Okay.
That is fun.
Is fraud. And that's what they're trying to establish with these conversations when they're released. So even though this conversation doesn't seem bad to you, you have to understand by the letter of the law and how they define human trafficking. This is one of those elements that they might incorporate in order to make that charge stick. Basically, he wants to tell these people, hey, I'm running a can business, come down. He's like, I want to marry you. You're going to fall in love with me. You're going to fall in love with me.
Yeah, I get it. It's kind of off. It is off. Not even kind of, it's off, man.
He gets them all the way down to Romania inside of his compound. Then he springs it on him with who? His mother. So, Andrew Tate says, you're not stupid. And he's talking to one of the victims. You're not stupid, and you can probably guess how I make so much money. I have to hide what I'm really doing. And the victim says, webcam? And he says, I've been doing this for a long time with a team of girls working on video chat. The company was fake, but this is how I laundered my dirty money. Some of the girls who work for me, I use them to do other things. To move money or illegal things, documents. And I will never do that with you. Basically telling the girl, you're different from the others. I make them do the really illegal stuff. Again, they have it right here in the wiretaps, okay? Him admitting to this stuff. This is going to be used in court, and you're going to have a hard time explaining this one away. What is this money laundering that you're
doing? Yeah, bro.
Be like, hey, what happened was... Scratch your head.
Why would you even tell a hand that? Yo, niggas, dude. Yo.
Yeah. Okay, so now here comes the next part. This is I think the biggest one. Tate's angels being the bottom, the two women. I mean, what they call them, bro? What would you always say? This is what it reads.
Charlie's? They don't want to say hoes?
Hey, man, listen. These are the women who work for him. The Ghislaine Maxwells. If you don't make money, we're going to have a problem. Punch yourself in the mouth until I arrive, because then I'll give you another 10. You incurable slacker.
Yo.
I'll break you when I get there. And the victim says, what did I do? The bottom is, you have 1 hour and 10 minutes to disappear. And the victim says, but what did I do? You're down 20%, 4 days since you posted. And she says, if Andrew looks to see you, if you posted TikToks, you won't even have time to pack. You're flying off the balcony straight away. So, what does this conversation really mean? This is where this is important. It might not mean much to y'all because you're like, well, when they're taking this in conjunction with everything else, the fraud element involved, the coercion element, the aspect of like lying about what they're really going to be doing there, the fact that this girl who works for Tate is saying she's going to be punching the girl 10 times when she gets there, that there's these threats of violence, the one saying like, hey, Tate gets home, you're going to be flying off the balcony. Is that literally? Probably not, but there is some element there of threats of potential violence if they don't do what's needed. When you take that to court, and these are conversations that are happening in private, you understand? They're going to take this into strong consideration when they're making their case. They're going to be like, how do you explain this stuff? Oh, we're just joking. We're not going to actually make her... Well, then why is the victim terrified?
How do you explain, bro? Yo, how are you going to explain?
It would be a real defense in court.
You know the thing is, there's some people that are not going to believe that.
Of course.
There's going to be a lot of guys that are going to be like, yeah, it ain't that bad, it ain't that bad. And you know why? Because they actually talk like that. They talk like that with their girls. The girls... I'm saying guys, but I'm talking girls do the same shit. Oh my God, I swear, I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. And people talk like that on a regular basis. I was astonished at the fact, the language that some people use with their friends or with their loved ones. Yeah, but it's just, I'm just talking. It's just this, it's just that. Whenever you talk to them or whenever you check them, so yo, listen, you cannot talk to me any kind of way. You can't talk to me about you're gonna punch me in my face. You can't tell me that you're gonna kick me in my throat. You can't do shit like that. But you know, man, it's just talk. It ain't real.
These people are gonna be super motivated to do this. Tate moved from the UK to Romania because the justice in the UK said it was too prejudicial and they were going to come after him strong. Romania's more lax. You went to Romania, acted a fool, wanted to say anything and do anything and engage in illegal activity. Listen, you fucked around and you found out. You got to hold that L. Nobody told you to self-snitch.
That's not fucked around. That's not
like
fucking
people
around.
just getting on camera and just calmly admitting to criminal activity is so crazy to me. People say, why would anybody do that? Why would people do that and be a public personality? Because some people got ego. Because some people don't know how to stay away from the fucking cameras because they had too big. Look at Sam Bankman-Fried, right? Dude ran FTX. Turned out to be a big old fraudster. After the fraud was discovered, you know what this idiot was doing? He was getting on live television doing interviews incriminating himself further. And those interviews that he did after being found out are going to be used against him in court. Why? Because some people can't stop themselves from doing stupid fucking things. And I'm sure if he had a lawyer at the time and caught, like telling him what to do, they would say, don't do any interviews. But he couldn't help himself. Why? Because his ego.
I'm just really here to see where it goes. I'm gonna see where it goes.
Yeah, let's see where it goes.
If that's what they leaking to the press,
This
they got
looks
some bigger thing. Bangers.
looks crazy, yo. Looks crazy.
Jail bars. But they got something bigger. And what they're gonna do
Yeah.
is gonna be something else. It's gonna be something crazier. If that's what they choose to leak to court, anyways. All that to say, I'll wait. I'll stay by here. It's just there's a lot.
Imagine, dude. Imagine getting held for a year until they find evidence. Man, this whole situation is just crazy, bro. But yeah, I like the guy, but yo, this is difficult to defend, bro. Yo, if it's true, people need to stop defending people they don't know personally without any merit. Don't believe women. Don't believe men. Don't believe evidence. Believe evidence. Believe evidence. Nothing wrong changing your mind. We defended him and there was no evidence. Now you gotta keep the same. I get them. But let's see how the evidence plays out. Because for some reason, a lot of people don't believe that shit, dude. Like, and I know I won't find any. I don't think I'll find anything that is for Tate on YouTube. Mostly again, you know. But yeah, it's just crazy, bro. You take a piece of things like, jeez, Nick's just trying to fake me. Entertaining, bro, for evidence they have. So this is the thing I don't get. So Abba and Preach say that evidence came out, right? But now they saying also, yo, there's no evidence. So I don't know who to believe, bro. Like, it's wild, bro. It's fucking wild. So on to the next thing. I saw on Twitter national lockdown was trending. So I just wanted to talk about that for like a bit, you know. It's like just like a bit. So to be honest, okay, let's read a few tweets now. Hit if you like and support this. To be honest, I don't think it will make a difference. Honestly, like if you haven't noticed now, like politics is way beyond the people. They don't give a fuck about what you think. See, then you just a slave, you know. You're just making money for them. So this they like this, you know. they don't like. What are you gonna do? What are they gonna change really? You know, how long have niggas been striking? And what has changed? Nothing, bro. So I kind of just don't get it, bro. It's kind of like voting. Niggas been voting, but what has changed? Nothing. It's beyond you type of shit. This shit is private. You know, the country is owned by private institutes that own the government, that own everything. And the government basically owns everything. Basically, you know what I'm saying? You have to pay to make money. You have to pay to stay where you stay. You have to pay for like basic human needs and basic human services. So it's just like you don't really own anything, you know what I'm saying? This is the kind of shutdown I can join. No get in, no political party, just so I'm not happy. What will this change? What has striking ever changed before? For as long as no code will leave the country, you see. Hit like if it's politics, all of it is a scam. My people, outside of police. I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. We told you that disciplined members of the EFF were not going to imagine until this year. This shit just doesn't make sense to me, bro. Like, I don't think it will make any change. Nothing will change. It's all about money. Money talks. This is why I say, get your money up, get your paper up, get some. Yo, what the fuck was that? Get your racks. Get everything proper. You know what I'm saying? So you can avoid all of these problems. You think rich people are worried about load shedding? Like the wealthy, not rich, wealthy people are worried about load shedding. You think they care about everything that's going on? No. Like, if shit gets jumped, they just can leave. You know what I'm saying? Move somewhere else. And I'm talking wealthy, not rich. They don't give a fuck about this. Only time they give a fuck is if they can make money out of it. You know what I'm saying? Wake up. Any black person who hates Julius Malema, it's either he's disgruntled position, Mongo who failed in pursuing his self-interest. Politics is just trash, bro. So analysis, explaining everything captured.
If we raised 12 years, if we've erased 135 years of state capture by Anglo-America and the companies that were formed out of the sisters
Don't
of
forget
those
that
companies.
20 years ago, Eskom was an incredibly successful company.
No, it wasn't.
It was. We
Really?
had electricity. Our maintenance program was on track. We had profitability. We were exporting our excess power outside of the country as well.
You were doing that while 70% of South Africa didn't have electricity. Many people were living in darkness in a country that was producing what
I
you
said
call...
20 years ago, not
Yes,
27.
I'm talking about 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you did not have electricity for everybody. You actually had 70% of your people without electricity.
Yeah.
They were excluded. And the labor of these people, the pittance that they were being paid in mines and the jobs that they were working where they were paid 10% of what a white person doing the same job would earn, was money that was being used to subsidize Eskom for it to be a social welfare system for the mining
So you said the
companies.
success
And
of Eskom 2 decades ago was a false narrative.
it was a false narrative. And it was a false narrative that if we allow ourselves to make that narrative, then we become complicit with an apartheid system that excluded 70% of the people because they were black, and we don't care about them, yet we only gave services to 30% who were basically being subsidized by those that didn't have electricity,
Okay, let's talk
those
about-
that were being
let's talk about-
See, people don't want to really talk about the real issues. People are sleeping, fucking sleeping. It's business. Someone has to suffer. Like, yo, they don't care until they gonna make money off of someone. You know what I'm saying? And he explains it well. Like, yo, they weren't supplying 70% of the country, so obviously they would be able to supply more people. You know what I'm saying? 70% of the country is excluded. Now look, now you have to. Eskom hasn't grown since then, and you know why am I even talking about this? It doesn't matter. Get your money up, bro. Get your money up. Like you can see, they playing games, dog. They playing games. But since then till now, it's all about a money thing. So get your money up.
Only over budget, to the tune of billions. I'm on my phone now trying to find to the tune of Medupi and Kusile power stations that are wholly over budget, to the tune of billions. I'm on my phone now trying to find the exact number. Wholly over budget insofar as what was budgeted initially, in terms of maintenance costs. It's hundreds of billions of rands in excess. Okay, who do we blame that on?
Right, that's a good question. And I always like to use history as my guide. So what is happening at Medupi and Kusile has happened before when they were creating Eskom. We had a company that was called Dick and Kerr. Dick and Kerr company was supposed to provide electricity for Johannesburg municipality for its tram system and the electricity in Johannesburg, plus Rand mines. So what they did is they went to buy machinery from England in order to power.
understand. But it's all about business. All about business, 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 business. Business, business. So yeah, man, bro. Even though, dude, South Africa isn't run by ANC. It's run by people above that. So wake up. Stop thinking that these fuckers are gonna save you, bruh. Badly man, dog. They're eating cash. They're eating cash, bro. Like, you don't understand how these people are living, dude. Like, yo. And meantime, you out here worried about fucking electricity. Come on, bro. Get your paper up and help yourself. Because these people, no politician's gonna help you. I can promise you that. On my mama, no politician will ever help you. Because even if there could be a politician who's quote unquote good and will help people, how long do you think that person's gonna last? How long? How long? It's people behind the scenes, and that's what people need to avoid. Doing this won't help anything. It won't help anything. Like, you can disagree, but fact is, it won't help anything. Striking has never helped anything. Look, we can look all across the world. Let's look at America, right? They had BLM protests. Look at that. They had BLM strikes. They had a whole lot of strikes. Look what's happening now. The cops are still killing people, bro. Like, it's all the same. Like, like, it's just distractions. I feel for most people, like people who don't realize that you can't make a change, but make a change for yourself, bro. Like, first, before you can help everybody. If we all sitting here with no power and no anything, how am I supposed to help my neighbor or whoever? Let me create my own energy source where I'm like, okay, this is how I'm gonna generate power. And then I can look around like, oh, let me also help them move on to that. Let me also help them move on to that. Because I finesse the system. That's what I'm saying. Get your paper up. Get your paper up. Get your paper up. Get your fucking paper up. Get your racks up. Stop sleeping. You see this? Distractions. It's all distractions. Fake. 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 This is Ramaphosa. Fake. Fake ass. Fake. 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 Where's this dude? Fake. 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 Puppet. Fake. Fugazi. 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 Fake. Fake. Don't fall for it. Real. The OG. My nigga. Zuma, boy. Niggas are sleeping on Zuma, bro. And niggas can only see now how Zuma was moving. Okay, look at this. Look at this. So, after like 2010, 2011, Zuma wanted to put in this policy where South African presidents wouldn't be allowed to borrow money from the World Economic Forum or the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. So he wanted to make sure that South Africa had its own backbone, it could stand on something, you know what I'm saying? So obviously the Europeans and the people in charge, let me say that. See, I said ANC is not running shit. There's the people in charge. So the people in charge didn't like that. So they were like, obviously they're gonna sanction your country and try to cut you off and do etc if you go against what they want, which is what they did to Zuma. They you know, ostracized him, and they attacked him. He was always being attacked by this ENCA owned by Stellenbosch and the whole mafia type of shit. All of those niggas, the Ruperts, all of those fuckers, they tried to attack this dude. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he was about to put in that policy that I told you about, and then from there, he was going to he put us in BRICS. He put South Africa in BRICS, which was a trade union outside of the US type of thing. So this was gonna be the new thing. And think about it. Let's think about it for a second, guys. Think about it. BRICS, China and India, the two biggest countries with the highest GDPs for the past fucking 5 years. Like, they've been wiping America GDP wise. You know, GDP America's still like the strongest country, but soon uh China is gonna take over. China's already taken over. Everything's from China. Everything's produced in China. If China stops producing, if the whole world is fucked. So China's basically running shit. You know what I'm saying? We imagine we in a trading block with them outside of the US. How much power we would get, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Now again, all of this is distractions, but I'm just saying, look at how he was trying to move. So first, stop presidents of South Africa borrowing money from the people in charge. And then from there, create your backbone so you can stand. Which was BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So imagine your backbone is Russia, India, and China. Very powerful. Even Brazil is a very powerful country. Now, obviously he pushed for that. He wanted to put down 200 billion rand so he could have a part of that um, part of that BRICS whole foundation. I don't know how it works specifically, but he wanted to put 200 billion rand down. You know, I think it's kind of like an investment into the whole BRICS trading block type of thing. You know, and people in the country were complaining, you need that money for this, you need that money for this, you need that money for this, you need that money for this. When they don't see vision, you invest in there, you're literally investing because that'll come in return. You're trading block now. The biggest trading block outside of any trading block America's in. So every other trading block America's involved, except for BRICS type of thing. You know? And you know how China moves, you know how Russia moves. I'm not sure about India, but you know how they move independently. And that's what they were trying to put us on, moving on independently. That's what this great man, Zuma, was trying to put us on, being independent. So that happened, and then obviously he got attacked by media. People fell for him, and he kind of got slaughtered, and the ANC's fucked. And then look what happened 2019, 2020. What happens? Ramaphosa borrows from the IMF. And then from there, we just keep going down because we're more in debt now. We have an energy crisis apparently. So now we need more money from the people who are stepping on our necks, type of thing. When, if we're in that trading block, we could be like, China, pull up. It could have been like, China, pull up inside. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, it's just wake up. People, wake up. Wake up, man. People really need to wake up. Like, look how things have changed. Even the whole cabinet, as soon as people order them out, Ramaphosa's people in, Zuma's just been quiet. And this nigga is gonna do whatever. This fucker is gonna do whatever to fuck us over and just get his own rags. You know how much this dude is worth? He's worth 800 million. Like, literally, I don't know if it's more now. Last time I checked, $800 million, bro. And y'all still playing games here, still striking and shit, bruh. Yeah. People, get your paper up, man. Get your paper up. Okay. Oh, that was 2018. 2015. 500 million. He's worth 500 million. See, a Ghana mission. I don't know how trustworthy that is. 2015. See, this nigga been milking cash. Been milking. Meantime, y'all are sleeping out here. Look, even though I was defending Zuma, same shit, dog. Same shit. But he's way better. Like, yo, look at Ramaphosa, dude. Yeah. Ramaphosa is just crazy money, dude. Crazy money. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here, man. Fuck it. Shout out for watching. If you watched, if you didn't, I don't give a fuck.